2. First question, P of A is given, P of B is given, and P of, you have to find P of A intersection B if A and B are independent events. I think we have the formula. If both are independent events, P of A intersection B equals to P of A into P of B. So that's come as 3.25. That is one. Second one, two cards are drawn and without replacement from a pack of 52 playing cards, find the probability both the cards are black. I think this type of question we solved once. Go. So let me take is the event in first card and black. Okay. So can you tell me what is the probability of P of E if I take E is the probability of getting first card as black? Anyone tell me what is the probability of E? Yes. Can't hear me properly. This is the main issue, signal. Also, it is not clear. Even doors are open. Is it clear?
No, sir, your voice is not clear.
No. Why? What to do? Let me open the windows also and see. Wait. Yeah. I think I opened the windows. Maybe signal flow will be. Now it's clear. Thank God. Should I keep my mobile at window? Somebody will tell. Okay. Now I open the windows. Let's see. Question is, okay, let me show you the second question. Two cards are drawn at random from and without replacement from a pack of 52 playing cards. Find the probability that both the cards are black. Okay, if you are taken one after the other, what is the probability that both the cards are black? So I am taking event E as getting first card as black. So my question is, what is the probability of E? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, 26.
What is the
26 by
probability?
52.
Perfect. 26 upon 52, which is equals to 1 upon 2. I'll take probability of getting F when it already happened, because probability of F is my second card is also black. My
25
both the
upon
cards should be black. Yes. Sorry?
25 upon 51.
25 upon 51. 25 because already one card has taken by event E, and 51 that is also because one card is taken in event E. Out of 52, 51 will be left. Okay, 25 upon 51. Now what do you want?
So both
P of
card black.
intersection B.
P of
Intersections.
A.
Intersection F, sorry. P of E intersection F will be equals to P of E into P of
E dash F.
E. So we can write the equations now. P of E is 1 by 2 multiply by 25 by 51. If you want further simplification, you can put 25 upon 102. Okay, so that is the answer of second one. the third question. A box of oranges is inspected for by examining three randomly selected oranges drawn without replacement. If all the three oranges are good, the box is approved for sale. Otherwise, it is rejected. Okay. So means from the box they pick up any three randomly three oranges. If all three are good, then the entire box is good. So you can sell it. Otherwise, you cannot sell that box. Find the probability that a box containing 15 oranges, out of which 12 are good and 3 are bad ones, will be approved for sale. If I pick up all the three, even though there are three bad oranges in it, but I have to get all three are good. So first, what is the event E will be? First orange is good one. Can you tell me what is the probability of E?
12 upon 15.
There are 12 oranges which are good upon 15. I think 3 will
4
get
upon
cancelled, 4 upon 5.
5.
My F is the event. Let me mention F also. Second orange is also good. And one is also good. So then the probability of F will be
11 upon 14.
11 upon 14 because 11 more are left. Good ones. Total 14 are left. Now this is not only F, probability of F after winning.
E.
Now what is another event? G I will take. G as
Third one is also good.
third one is also. So then I'll go for probability of G.
10
E
upon
and
13.
E and F both are happen. I left out with 10 oranges which are good and total 13 are left. Now what I have to find? P of E intersection F intersection G. P of E intersection F intersection G equals to, what is the formula which we had?
So multiply all three.
P of E by P of E slash F
Into
P of G slash EF. So it equals to P of E is 4 upon 5 multiplied by yeah. P of F slash E is 11 upon 14. Then again multiply by 10 upon 13. So in cancellations, 5 will get cancelled here 10 2 times. 2 will get cancelled in 14 7 times. So it will be 44 upon 7 into 13. I think it will be.
91.
So this is the probability of that box is going for sale. And if they ask what is the probability that box is rejected, then 1 minus 44 upon 91. So you can take this as, I think, 47 upon 91 will come. Okay. Next one, if a coin and an unbiased die are tossed, let A be the event, head appears on the coin, and B be the event, 3 on the die. Check whether A and B are independent events or not. Okay, fair coin and unbiased die, both are tossed. A is the event, head appears on the coin. B is the event, 3 on the die. What do you say? They are independent event or dependent event?
So independent.
They are independent event. How do I check? I'll find the probability of A, I find the probability of B, then I'll find the probability of A intersection B, So P of A into P of B must be equals to P of A intersection B. Just check it out. I think you can do that one. Even fifth question also you can try. A die is marked 1, 2, 3 in red, 4, 5, 6 in green is tossed. Let A be the event, the number is even, and B be the event, the number is red. Are A and B are independent?
No, sir.
No, because there are red numbers which are even also. 1, 2, 3 are colored with red. So that means even 2 is there. So they are not independent event. Okay. That also you find P of A, P of B, P of A intersection B. Then you can solve it. So you'll get their dependent events because the product is not equals to the intersection probability. Even here also it is given E and F be the events, P of E, P of F and P of E intersection F are given. Are E and F are independent? I don't think so.
No, sir.
They are not independent because the product will come 9 upon 50. Intersection is given as 1 upon 5, so they are not independent. Next, seventh one. Given that the events A and B are such that P of A is given, P of A union B is given, find and P of B value is given as P. Find P if they are mutually exclusive. What do you mean by mutually exclusive? Means their intersection is 0. Okay, the word mutually exclusive says that if two sets are there, if I want to say both are mutually exclusive, then their intersection will be 0. That means A intersection B will be 0. Then the probability of A intersection B is also 0. Okay, so what you can do here is we have the formula P of, where is this A union B? Yeah. So we have the formula for P of A union B as equals to P of A S P of B P of A intersection B. But I know P of A intersection B is 0 only. Substitute P of A union B value 3 by 5. So here we have 3 upon 5 is equals to, what is P of A? P of A is 1 by 2 plus P of B value is P. So you can solve it, you get the value of P. Once you get the value of P, then the second question says that independent. If both are independent, then we have P of A union B equals to P of A into P of B. Now P of A union B is 3 by 5 equals to 1 by 2 into P. So that also will give you the P value. So P value which you get here, which is different from P value which you get from here in the second question. Okay, so try it out. I think it is easy only. Next, eighth one is also given the same way. P are A and B are independent events. So that is already given in the question, independent events. P of A is given, P of B is given. Now I have to find P of A intersection B. So P of A intersection B is nothing but P of A into P of B. 0.3 into 0.4, which is 0.12. And I think, can you solve this eighth question? P of A union B. Second one, we have the
Yes,
formula.
sir.
I think you can solve it. Even ninth also. Yeah, this one they are given. A and B are two events such that P of A, P of B, and P of A in section B. All the you have to find P of A naught and B naught. Okay, let me give the formula for P of A naught and B naught. This is ninth question, I think. This is the ninth question. Let me solve the equation. Probability of A naught, A dash, and means intersection B dash, A naught and B naught. So A dash intersection B dash. So you can write as probability of uh, just probability of, and let me put the bracket here. After AC. Of A, here it will come as union B dash. This is the formula of A dash intersection B dash is nothing but A union B whole dash. Now you have to find probability of not happening of A union B, which will be same as 1 minus probability of happening of A union B. So this is the formula. P of A dash intersection B dash is nothing but P of A union B whole dash. I think last 11th set theory we studied this formulas first chapter. So probability of not A union B is equals to 1 minus probability of happening of A union B, which is equals to 1 minus, now here A union B formula you can write P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So if you want, you can decrease the font size a little bit so that. So this is the actual formula for P of not happening of A and not happening of B is equals to 1 minus P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So use this formula and solve the 9th question. Okay. So 9th also we done. First of all, how do you find P of Acha? You can check P of A and P of B are independent event also because P of A into P of B is 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, which is 1 by 8, which will be same as P of A intersection B. So you can check it out. 10th one. Now you can try 10th one. P of A is given, P of B is given, and P of A naught or B naught. Here R is given. So in the 10th question, R means instead of intersection here, you will have, let me copy this entire formula. I'll show you in the next step. So it is P of not happening of A or not happening of B. So A dash union B dash. The formula here will come is intersection. Probability of not happening of A and B, which is probability of 1 minus probability of happening of A and B. So P of A intersection B, how do you get P of A intersection B is, here they said, where is this question? State whether A and B are independent or not. So I think here I have to find A intersection B means just a minute. Acha, this value is given, right? No problem. I think now this one is not required. This formula will be. Now what you can do here is this value is given P of A dash union B dash. What is this question number is? 10th one. P of A dash or B dash is given as 1 by 4. So 10th question, let me put the question number. Now this is given as 1 upon 4 is equals to 1 minus, this is the formula which we had. What we can do here is let's write 4 is equals to, this is the formula, and P of A intersection B I'll transfer this term to the right hand side, left hand side. You'll get P of A intersection B is equals to 1 minus 1 upon 4. 1 minus 1 upon 4 is 3 upon 4. So you got P of A intersection B value as 3 by 4. Now what is P of A and P of B is given? 1 by 2 into 7 by 12. It will come as 7 upon 24. P of A into P of B will come as 7 upon 24. But P of A intersection B, I got it as 3 by 4. So what do you say? They are independent or they are dependent? Students?
Yes, sir.
Because they are not equal.
Dependent.
Okay, that's how you can derive. So you need to use few formulas like the formula which I derived for the question number 9, the formula which I used for question number 10. These formulas you have to remember. Not happening of A union B. If union is there, it will become intersection. If intersection is there, it will become union. Okay. Using the help of Venn diagrams also, we proved few formulas in class 11th set theory. Okay. Now what is, sorry, 11th question you can try now. 11th one you can try. Next 12th one is a die is tossed thrice. Find the probability of getting an odd number at least once. At least voucher. 12th question I'll explain. Because it is about the 3 dice, you may get the confusion of between outcomes. Okay. The question is, a die is tossed thrice. Find the probability of getting an odd number at least once. At least once means it can be first place odd number or second place odd number. I mean, okay, let me go by this way. At least, or find the probability of getting an odd number at least once. At least once means first place it can be odd number, second place it can be odd number, or third place it can be odd number. That is case 1. Case 2 will be first and second place will be odd number, second, third place will be odd number, first and third places also can be odd number. That is case 2. Case 3 will be all the 3 numbers can be odd numbers. Okay. Instead of solving this way, so what is the case? If, for example, if I take E is the event, at least one place is odd number. So if I say at least one place is odd number, what are the numbers I have to exclude? Can anyone tell me what are the numbers I have to exclude which does not fall under this category? Everywhere or any particular places?
Even number.
No, if I, for example, if I take first
The
digit,
particular
I mean,
places.
it is the triplet because we are tossing the coin 3 times. So triplets I'll get. So first number is even number, for example, but second and third can be odd numbers. So that can be included in the event E. So here it has to be even number in all the 3 places. Only that cases will be excluded from event E. Is that clear? If is there in all the 3 places, that event cannot be included in event E because all the 3 numbers are even numbers. So how can I include in event E? Even if I have odd number in even number in 2 places, but third number can be odd number. If third number is odd number, that has to be included in the event E because they said at least one place, minimum one place. So it can be 2 places, it can be 3 places. So that's why what I do is I'll define E dash. Okay. E dash means not getting even number at any place. Sorry, odd at any place. That means all 3 are even numbers. So in the triplets, can anyone tell me what are the numbers which has all the three numbers as even? Don't go by randomly, just go by one logical. Before 2, 4, 6, I have 2, 2, 2. Agree? I have 2, 2, 4. Then I have 2, 2, 6. What I'm doing is first place is 2, second place is 2, and third place I am changing as 2, 4, 6. Next place I'll go as first place I keep 2 only. 2. Second place I'll go for 4, 2. Okay. Then again 2, 4, 4. 4, 4. Then I have 2, 4, 6. Okay. Second place I occupied with 4 now. Next place, can you tell me what should I occupy my second place? 2, 6, 2, then 2, 6, 4, then 2, 6, and 6. These are the outputs where the first place is 2. Now, what are the other options I have? First place can be 4. Okay. So if I take first place is 4, again, all these numbers will be repeated.
4 and 6.
4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 6, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 6, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 6. Even so, how many are there? 9 are there with 2, 9 will come with 4, and 9 will come with 6 also. Okay, so total number of E dash will be 3 9s are 27. Is that clear? So then I'll go for probability of
Yes, sir.
not happening of E. Not happening of E will be 27 upon 216. Because I have 216, 6 cube total elements in the sample space is 6 cube, which is 216. So probability of not happening of is 27 upon 216. So I can write this as probability of happening E because that is what they ask, is 1 minus not happening of E. That is our formula, right? 1 minus not happening of E, which is equals to 1 minus not happening of E. I got it is 27 upon 216. If I take the LCM and simplify, my denominator is going to be 216 and numerator will be 216 minus 27. So what do you get? This is 4, 11, 11 means 89. I think I get 189 upon 216. This is the probability to get probability of happening at least one place is odd. Is that clear for everyone? Yes, students? Okay, good.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
sorry?
Yes, sir.
Somebody said anything? So 12th question I explained. 13th you can try it out. 2 balls are drawn at random with replacement from a box containing 10 black and 8 red balls. Find the probability that both balls are red. You can do that one. Let E be the event. First ball is red. Then F is the event. Second ball is also red. Okay. So first ball is black and second ball is red. If I say first ball is black, can you tell me what is the probability? There are 10 black and 8 red balls. So total 18 are there. If I say first ball is black, what is the probability of the second question?
10 upon 18. 18.
10 upon 18. What about the second ball is red?
8 upon 17.
Yes, 8 upon 17. From the total, one ball will be reduced. 8 balls will be taken, any 8 red balls. So that's why 8 upon,
Yes.
from the total, all one I have taken as a, so 8 upon 17. Perfect. Next, one of them is black and other is red. So in this question, what you have to do is first ball is black, second ball is red. That I already solved in the first question. I mean second question. Okay, first ball is black, second ball is red. So whatever the answer you get, that will be the answer. Or second case can be first ball is red and second ball is black. If first ball is red, then I'll get 8 upon 18. And second ball is black, then 10 upon 17. So both the probabilities will be added. Second question answer and third question, whatever you get for first ball is red and second ball is black. So you add both the probabilities, that will be your answer. Okay. So try other questions also. I think not that much. Till 15th question you can try, I think. Okay. If not getting, then we'll discuss in the next class.